Hot takes. Unless you're the most generic and vanilla zombies fan ever conceived, then chances are you have at least one of them. So I asked my viewers what their hot takes were, and the results were unlike anything I could have imagined. Our first hot take comes from Mr. Know-It-All, who says, the Bowie knife isn't worth 3k points when it doesn't get you past round 10, and most average players don't even get to it until round 4 or 5 at the earliest. 2k points would be better. I actually forgot the Bowie knife existed, I'll be honest. The Bowie knife, dude, I never buy it. Not just because it isn't worth 3k points, I don't even think it's worth 2k points, to be honest. It's like, especially when it doesn't even get you past round 10, I'd honestly rather spend those points on a door, or a door and a wall buy. Like, it's crap. The Bowie knife is crap. Why is it that all the buyable melee weapons are just so fucking overpriced? Like, is the Galva Knuckles even much better? Doesn't that, like, stop one-shotting at, like, round 15? I mean, at that point, you don't really want to be meleeing anyway, but, like, eh. Our next one comes from Grant Healers, who says, BO4 is better than Cold War. In terms of maps, well, BO4's maps are pretty hit and miss, whereas I don't think Cold War has a single bad map, so to speak. Mechanics-wise, I mean, Cold War's mechanics I think are better. Black Ops 4 has more maps and, well, more good maps than Cold War, even though I just said Cold War doesn't have a single bad map. Ooh. Is BO4 better than Cold War? Honestly, ooh. It depends on what you're doing. Like, when we want to just casually hop in and slay some zombies, yeah, Cold War's better. Black Ops 4's maps do tend to be a bit on the complicated side, but if you're looking for more of the, what we call traditional zombies experience nowadays, Black Ops 4 would be better, yes. Our next hot take comes in from Anakin Skywalker. What the hell are you doing here? Transit is actually good. I don't know what the hell Transit is. Dude, I've never heard of that map before. Jeez, I really gotta try that map. No. Transit is actually good. And then you've got the only spawn who adds to this. Transit is average. Now, I'm primarily a solo player. I've heard that Transit is much better played co-op, but to me, Transit isn't a very solo-friendly map, and I think any map really should be solo-friendly. Obviously, you have the old inventory system. Most of the buildables are crap. I mean, the only one really is a turbine and the shield. Everything else is just not worth using. The Pack-a-Punch, I'm sorry. The Pack-a-Punch is just, I've never been able to open up the Pack-a-Punch on Transit. Confession. So, I definitely wouldn't say it's actually good. I'd say Transit it's not the worst zombies map ever made, but it's, sadly some maps have surpassed it. I wouldn't call it good at all. Our next one comes from The Only Spawn. Die Rise is a goated map. I do think it's very underrated, Die Rise, to be honest. I do see its flaws, but I do think it's very, overhated. Like, people say it's the worst map ever. Die Rise is such a bad map and all this. No. No, it isn't. It's got a good wander weapon. It's got some pretty decent wall buys that were introduced in this, like the AN-94, the SVU, jumping jacks, you know. Obviously, the fact that you can get more than 4 perks on this map because of the jumping jack rounds. Who's Who? Not a bad perk, but not a good one. Is it a goated map? No. Is it a good map? Maybe. I gotta play it some more, man, to get a good opinion on that. Alright, our next hot take comes from Inexorable, who says Origins and Mob are overrated. Honestly, I do kind of agree with this. I revisited Mob recently. I do think it's a good map. Some people say it's the best ever. I'm not really sure yet. Origins is definitely super fucking overrated, though. And then we've got P444 Eat, who adds on to this, who says 100% correct. Blood is better than Mob. Oof. Well, I think Blood of the Dead is a bit too big for its own good. Like, the map doesn't, flow well. I mean, Mob's flow can be seriously out of whack sometimes as well, especially with the lack of stamina, but, Blood is just, it's too big. The moving Pack-a-Punch as well. I don't know, man. I don't know about that one. I mean, Blood of the Dead is pretty good, I think, but better than Mob. Honestly, I just kind of see them both as their own experiences. Oof. I don't know about that one. Right, this person has a bunch. Ancient Evil is the best map of all time. I haven't played Ancient Evil in a while. I don't know. Final Reich is a top 3 map. Absolutely. God damn, Final Reich is so good. IW is not underrated, Spaceland isn't underrated, but I think the rest of IW is. Especially like when it comes to Shadow and Shuffle and Attack of the Radioactive Thing, I think are quite underrated. Beat from Beyond, it's kind of bad, but still a bit underrated, I suppose. You can have some fun with it. In Raven the Redwoods, I think it's pretty good. Again, also I think it's underrated. People just say that, like, IW's DLC is bad. I think IW's DLC is underrated, but Spaceland, I think it's properly sort of rated in that regard. Darkest Shore is better than Origins. I'm sorry. Darkest Shore, the Darkest Shore, World War II Zombies is better than Origins. What? I'm fucking speechless. Look, alright, I think Darkest Shore does get a bit too much hate. I think Darkest Shore is overhated and Mob is overrated. Not Mob. Origins is overrated. But, I don't think it's better than Mob. No, I'm reading his next hot take. It's alright. I don't think it's better than Origins, though. Like, Origins has a lot more to do. Let's have a look. Let's have a closer look. Map layout. Darkest Shores, you know, it's a weird map layout, but it's small, so I suppose it flows alright. Origins is quite big, and it does have a pretty good map layout, I think, but it just, because of how big it is, especially because of the mud, it doesn't flow as well. So, I guess a point to the Darkest Shore. Wonder Weapon. The staffs, other staffs. The Ripsaw is good, but you have to do half the Easter egg, pretty much, to actually, like, fully upgrade it, as compared to upgrading the staffs is basically the first step of the Easter egg, so a point to Origins. But the actual, like, look of the map, if you ask me, both are ugly as fuck, but Origins looks at least somewhat interesting, so, a point to Origins. Special zombies. I mean, you've got the Templars at the generators, those guys are annoying. The Panzer is annoying in BO3. The Moistures are good until, like, round 20, when more than one starts spawning, when the fog rolls in. After that, they become super fucking annoying. I don't know. I think Origins is better. I think Origins is better, to be honest. Brother's better than Mob. Again, I don't know about that one, Chief. Cold War is super boring. It depends on what you're trying to do. If you just want to, you know, if you're sort of wanting to, you know, good old zombie slaying action, Cold War is pretty good for that. You know, it makes you feel super powerful. The wonder weapons are cool. If you want experiences with, you know, a bit more meat on them, you know, like anything before, you know, BO2 to BO4 sort of experience, then yeah, Cold War is not the right place. So I can see why you'd say it's super boring. Shadows, not even top 10 map. Honestly, this is a hot take, and I've got to agree with it. Shadows is super fucking overrated. The map, it should flow well, but it doesn't. Oh, Shadows is just, I don't know why people like it so much. Like, the Apophicon servant is good. The sort of the atmosphere is good. But there's just something about it which is just, no. Farm is actually fun, only with friends though. As a solo player who's only played Farm once, I have no comments. But each COD Zombies game is easier than the one before it. Also, Vanguard Zombies is good! Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. Holy fuck! Each COD Zombies game is easier. Each COD Zombies game is easier than the one before it. Let's focus on that one first. I agree, honestly. You know, things have been introduced that have sort of been sort of quality of life things. Some perks have been buffed, like double tap for instance, and the game has generally gotten easier. I think the main outlier to this is Exo Zombies. That game can be fucking brutal sometimes, and maybe World War II. I think World War II and Black Ops 4 did bring some of the difficulty back a little bit, with like super sprinters and, well, all that World War II was. But at the same time, they had weapons that just blew the whole game balance wide open, like the Helion Salvo and the D-Lyle respectively. But yeah, I do sort of agree with this. And as for Vanguard Zombies being good, if you think Vanguard Zombies is just Shi no Numa Reborn and nothing else exists, yeah, I agree with you. But unfortunately, you also have Duran Fang, Terra Maledicta, and the Archon. Ooh, yeah, no. Look, Vanguard did some very interesting things. I do like some of the things it did. I do like the Covenant system, and it's just very interesting, some of the mechanics, but, yeah, no, it's not a good game. My next one comes from Conmitch, or Conmic, or something. Probably one of those was right. Black Ops 4 was good. Yeah, it was. I will say Black Ops 4 was a good game. Well, zombies anyway. it was actually, most of the maps are pretty good. I think the only really bad one is Voyage. Target can be a bit boring, but he's there. And it did some cool things. BO3 is overrated. Ooh. Alright, this is gonna ruffle some feathers. BO3 is a tad bit overrated. Alright. I think, yes, it is still the best zombies game ever, but people harp on about how, oh, it's the perfect zombies game. There's no flaws about it. This game does have flaws, people. Right? As much as I want to say, you know, as much as I think it's the best out of, like, every zombies game, you know, it does have a lot, you know. It's got, you know, 5 zombies maps, which are very highly regarded by most people. It's got 6 as well. It's got Giants. It's got Zombies Chronicles on top of that. And if you're on PC, which I'm not, unfortunately, so I won't be able to, like, experience this yet. Custom zombies is a thing as well. But yeah, but like, it does have some flaws, like, just generally, like, I think the weapons themselves, like, this is just a flaw of the actual game itself, not with zombies. The weapons are crap. Like, they look crap, they sound crap, genuinely some of the worst looking and sounding weapons in Call of Duty history. That's my hot take. It does have some other things, like gobblegums, like Black Ops 3 in general is crazy pay to win at times. Like, the supply drops, probably the worst in the series, except for maybe Advanced Warfare exists, doesn't it? Gobblegums, yeah. I don't like the microtransaction system in that game. Mule Kick is a bad perk. Depends what game you're talking about here. Mule Kick in Black Ops 1 to IW, yeah, I can see why, you know, it's just a third weapon, it takes a perk slot. It isn't as much of a big deal in IW because you have 5, but especially when the gun disappears afterwards, like if you die, yeah, no, not a good perk in those games. Black Ops 4, it's got a bit of a glow up. I know that it allowed you to keep your gun if you went down, if it was in the modifier slot, which was pretty good. There's probably some other things it did as well, which I cannot think of right now. Cold War, it was quite good. There was some good things it did in there. I think it dropped extra ammo. You like got extra ammo drops and whatever, and again the same thing as Black Ops 4 with its modifier. Obviously it did some more stuff, I can't remember. And then you have Mule Kick in World War 2. Absolutely fucking goated. Wasn't even a perk in that game, yet it was still a thing. And someone else responds with sort of the opposite of that last comment. Mule Kick is fucking dog shit. Which I think there's worse perks, especially when, you know, after Mule Kick got a bit of a buff in the later games. The only spawn has a lot. The Wind Staff is overrated. Aren't all the staffs pretty good? I mean, I don't really know. I never really use the staff. I never really play Origins that much anyway. It's not sort of my map. Der Eisendrache is boring. Is it? I think Der Eisendrache is a fun map. Der Eisendrache is boring. Ooh. It's been a while since I played DE, man. Honestly, I really ought to revisit some of these maps. I'm going to revisit some of these maps. I need to just get some footage for them. Last time I played DE, I remember having some fun. I mean, I don't think DE is boring. The Wind Staff is overrated, going back to that anyway. I mean, what are people's opinions on the Wind Staff? All I know is that it's good. World War II Zombies is better than Exo Zombies. I agree. Is that even a hot take? Is that even a hot take? World War II Zombies being better than Exo Zombies? I mean, Exo Zombies, it did some cool things and it's alright. But World War II Zombies is better, yes. BO3 is overrated, and its story is the worst of all Black Ops Zombies. Oh, that's the spicy one. That's a spicy meatball. Now, I'm not really, like, a massive story nerd, but I do know a bit of the story. In Black Ops 3, things did get super complicated, but I think Black Ops 4 probably had worse story because, well, I mean, it was the ending, but, especially towards the end, Black Ops 4, yeah, Black Ops 4's gotta be worse, and, yeah, definitely not the worst story. The story was pretty good, I think. Again, I never really paid too much attention to it, so, yeah, that's how much my opinion is worth. Origins is an amazing map, but super overrated. Gotta agree. Is Origins even amazing? Fate and Fortune cards and BO4 elixirs are better than BO3 gobblegums. BO4 elixirs, I'm not too sure about that. I mean, like, super long cooldowns and sort of, especially so, like, it gave you an even longer cooldown if you use the free ones, which I don't really like that. I think Fate and Fortune cards are definitely better than gobblegums, in my opinion, but starting from World at War, each Zombies game has progressively got worse. The existence of World at War immediately nullifies this take. World at War obviously has not aged very well mechanics-wise, and maps-wise, anything-wise. Each Zombies game has progressively gotten worse. I mean, BO3 is generally regarded as one of the best. IW was really good. World War 2 was really good. Black Ops 2. Basically, all these games are better than World at War. So, no. Absolutely not. And finally, hot take. All the big zombies... What is this? All the big zombies YouTubers are massive bellends, and Magnus is the future. I mean, no comment. No comments. Alright, yeah, that's definitely a take. I mean, thanks, I guess. But, like, I think some of them can be bellends sometimes. Like, some of them are getting a bit of a reputation of being a bit bellend-ish. It depends who you classify as a big zombies YouTuber at the end of the day. I think there are some pretty good, bigger ones out there. Not to say that I am the future. I mean, I am... No. Probably not. probably wouldn't go that far. Anyway, yeah, I've just said no comment and then proceeded to comment. That's me. Anyway, that is the last of the hot takes, I believe. I'd like to thank you all for watching again. Thanks for 800 subscribers. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hopefully we can get to 900, and then obviously it's a big 1K. I have a special video planned for that. I'll tell you more when you hit 900. If this gets, if this does well enough and people like this, I might do a part 2 to this. And if so, well, or if you like this, leave some more hot takes down in the comments below. I might do this again. So, thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you all next time.